All right, movie lovers, I got a special edition of On the Set for you. We are right here in Atlanta at a secret location with the man, Tom Holland, to talk about Spider-Man.
Hey, hey, how's everyone doing? What John is doing in his vision is bringing this character back to high school, which is a very important part of the comics. I mean, if you read the comics, he is a kid.
Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is we've seen the billionaire superhero, we've seen the god, and now we get to see this little kid. And what a 15-year-old dude would do with superpowers.
Yeah.
So it's a really refreshing take on the character, and I really think audiences will gel well with it. But there are definitely some things that I've taken, maybe stolen from Andrew and Toby.
Well, I know that you used to be a nifty feet dance school and you used to be a gymnast. How did those elements play into your casting? Were you able to perform some of the acrobats that Spider-Man could, they would like to see on film from the producers, or?
Yeah, it's funny. I was just talking with Jacob, one of the other actors in the movie. When I did my self-tape for this movie, we have to do a thing called an ident, where you're like, hi, my name's Tom Holland, I'm 5'7", I'm 19 years old, I'm from London, and I did a backflip and then left the shot. Because every opportunity in my self-tapes I had, I was like, backflip, side flip, front flip, just to show Marvel that I could do that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it did help. When we did my screen test here in Atlanta with the Russo brothers, I was doing a scene with Chris Evans, and at the beginning of the scene, it says Spider-Man flips in the frame. And I was like, guys, do you want me to do a flip? And then, no, it's fine, just start on the mark. And I knew I should do it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just do it anyway. Yeah. So I did the flip, landed, did the scene, and they were like, every time they were like, right, you have to do the flip. Can you do other flips? What kind of flips can you do? Let's do this, let's do this. It was awesome. So I owe a lot to my, to Dave Grant, my gym teacher back home, and Danny. Yeah. You guys are the best, so thank you.
So I know, like most ex-athletes, the performance, you must be looking at the Rio Olympics and looking at the gymnasts and say, wow, that's incredible. That's the pinnacle. But like, to not be there on that stage, but to be on this stage, is that an equal reward for ex-gymnasts to be Spider-Man?
Well, I could not ever compare my work to how hard those guys work. I mean, those gymnasts and all the athletes at the Olympics are huge icons and such role models, and I could never take that away from them. Yeah. What I do is really fun. It's hard work, don't get me wrong, but it's nothing compared to what those guys do. Yeah. So I take my hat off to them, and I'm loving watching Rio. I think Rio's done great. They really put on a fantastic show, and I'm so happy. England Great Britain are doing really well. Yeah, we're third or something like that. Yeah. So I'm really happy right now. Yeah. Yeah.
So shooting here, I mean, I know we can't talk about all these great locations and a lot of this stuff is secret, but how's just the Atlanta scene been for you on the set,
Atlanta's cool, man. I like it here a lot. It's really hot. That's something I'm not loving that much. It's too hot. Yeah. But it's a great place. Everyone here has been super kind, very welcoming. There's lots to do. We've been going into the city and exploring. My best buddy actually yesterday, he went whitewater rafting, and obviously I can't do that because it's super dangerous. So I was all by myself yesterday. Yeah. But no, there's so much to do here. It's a great place, and everyone's really cool.
So millennials, or whatever they call these kids these days, are all into social media and doing stuff. But to be in the Marvel universe, you have to keep a lot of stuff close to your chest and be secret. Yeah. How does that feel for you as a young man to kind of be restricted in that world of, I can't say how amazing a lot of this stuff is every day and everything?
Yeah, I mean, it is hard to not post pictures of the suit and stuff because people will explode when they see it, but it's better to let Marvel keep control of that because they obviously know what they're doing. Yeah. They've made so many movies that have been so successful, and they have a great formula. So I trust everything to them, and I have a few photos that I'm saving for when the movie comes out that I can post, some really cool ones. I posted a selfie the other day, and the fans just went crazy. So I have more to come. But no, it's really fun.
We've seen you on the Civil War carpet, and we know that the fans were starting to gravitate towards, adopting you as this new character that they're gonna love. But obviously, after this movie, after Homecoming comes out, it's gonna be even bigger. Are you ready for that takeoff as an actor to see? I mean, I know you got a lot of critical acclaim from The Impossible, and people started recognizing you. But on this blockbuster level, are you ready for that effect as the lead in this movie?
Yeah, I mean, it's scary, man. It's real scary, and we're lucky. Zendaya is
Yeah,
probably one of the most famous people I've ever met, and she's also one of the coolest people I've ever met.
Yeah.
And I've sat down with her and like we had a chat about how life is going to change, and she gave me advice on how to deal with it and how to maintain happiness and stuff. And I think I'm good. I've got the right people around me. My friends from home are always going to keep me grounded.
Yeah.
I'll always be doing the dishes. So yeah, I don't think this is going to change me at all.
And last question, we seen you doing a photo shoot and you had them play some music to kind of get in the mood. I know you don't hear the score while you're shooting, but how much does music play a part into you just getting into character, like before the scene and everything else? Like, is that part of your routine, so to speak?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. I mean, I use music so much when I'm working. J.A. Bayona, who did my first movie, he plays music nearly all the time. He calls cut and he starts playing music. And it helps you maintain that level of focus. Especially if I have a very dramatic scene or a crying scene, I like to put music in because a film set's a very busy place. There's lots going on, there's cameras moving, there's lights being changed, there's people preparing for stuff, and it's nice to be able to just shut all of that out and concentrate.
Yeah.
So I use music all the time. But we had a funny thing the other day. We were shooting this sort of dance scene, and all these kids are dancing and stuff. It's kind of like a prom, and I have to walk in and they're playing Panda, which me and my castmates have kind of got a personal joke about. So I'm walking through the thing trying my hardest not to laugh, and then they cut the music off so I can do the scene, but there's all these kids like still dancing and stuff, and it was so funny. It was, I think, the hardest day I've had on this job, to not just laugh the whole way through the scene.
Dance to acapella Panda.
And it's a serious scene. There's no joking in it. Yeah. It was fun, though. It was really fun.
Well, it's been real fun hanging out with you on the set here for Spider-Man, and know the fans can't wait to see all the secrets that y'all about to reveal on the screen.
Yes.
Thanks, Tom.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Pleasure. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
All right.